How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 136 days left until the game's release on December 7th, and today we'll be looking at another supposed leak. As always, we have no idea if this leak is true or not, so make sure you take it with a grain of salt and realize I'm talking about it just for fun. If you would like to read along while I talk, you can find the link to the original post in the description bar down below. Now, with all that out of the way, let's jump right into the newest leak. So today's leak comes from 4chan, and it is titled, Smash Bros. Ultimate Details, yes this is another leak, and it is posted by Anonymous. It starts by saying, believe this or don't, you'll ultimately see as we get closer to Smash Ultimate's release. For those who are interested in knowing some details about Smash Bros. Ultimate, here are some details I've learned from my sources at Nintendo, Bandai Namco, and at a few other companies closely associated with Smash Bros. And the Smash Ballot. As many have figured, the Smash Ballot was indeed used to plan Smash Bros. Ultimate. However, the entire concept of the game is using the ballot as a center point. Sakurai is making newly relevant characters a very low priority, so don't expect characters like Decidueye, Springman, Rex and Pyra, or Edelgard in the base roster, but they may very well be DLC. DLC is not fully decided quite yet. There is one exception to this exclusion of new characters, however. Currently, relevant things will appear as things like costumes, music, or an occasional stage or assist trophy. Sakurai originally planned for 12 completely new characters and 2 Echo Fighters, expecting it to be manageable to match the increase from the original to Melee. Legal and business reasons, however, meant he had to scrap 2 of these new characters. He is expecting to be done with these new characters by the end of July, and will then begin creating as many additional Echo Fighters as he can before the game goes gold in about 2 months. He is considering newer or more relevant characters like the Octolings, Celicia, and Alm for these new Echo characters. Last I heard, expecting to be able to manage including 3 to 4 additional Echo Fighters into the roster to compensate for the 2 cut characters. Due to ratings concerns, Sakurai is not considering characters from M/D rated or more mature T/C rated games as these last minute Echo Fighters. Several third-party characters were a struggle to get the rights to use. One of these was Bomberman, who was cut and made an assist trophy instead. Bomberman was fairly popular worldwide in the ballot, but Sakurai and Konami couldn't come to an agreement on how to represent Bomberman in Smash Bros. With a reasonable moveset and abilities. Sakurai spent several months making changes to Bomberman and trying to figure out a way to make him work and satisfy Konami, but Konami was never satisfied. Sakurai eventually decided to abandon a playable Bomberman after falling months behind schedule, instead submitting a concept for an assist trophy that Konami approved without many changes required. The other cut character was Crystal, who hadn't gotten far into development and was one of the less requested characters from the ballot, so she was not a good choice for DLC. Due to being behind schedule, Sakurai chose to scrap her and make her an assist trophy as well, so she'd be included in some way at least. The 2 planned Echo Fighters were Daisy and Shadow, who both had a notable presence in the ballot, but weren't that high, not making the top 10 worldwide, excluding the veterans. Sakurai saw the opportunity to base these 2 on existing characters and thought he'd throw these fan bases a bone. Shadow may end up being a semi-clone due to some requirements from Sega that may make him a little too different for Sakurai to feel comfortable calling him an Echo Fighter. Veterans did very well in the ballot, and that fact led to Sakurai deciding to bring every past character back, assuming he could secure the rights to certain uncertain characters like Snake. Ridley was one of the most popular characters in the ballot, and Sakurai decided this time he would figure out how to make Ridley work to give the fans what they wanted. Inkling actually did decently in the ballot despite the Mii costumes, which surprised Sakurai a little and secured them a place. King K Rool was another very popular character worldwide, though less so in Japan than other regions. King K Rool is going to be an all-new character taking inspiration from many of his appearances and classic boss battles. Dixie Kong also did pretty well, but was not a frontrunner. She will be a semi-clone of Diddy Kong in much the same way as Luigi is to Mario. Isaac was much more popular than Sakurai expected, especially in Europe, but not on par with Ridley or King K Rool. This surprise popularity led to Sakurai making him high priority alongside King K Rool, Ridley, and Inkling. Ashley was very popular in Japan and fairly popular elsewhere and has been chosen to appeal to Japanese players. Cosmos is a dedicated but quiet fanbase voting, which coincided with Monolith Soft and Bandai Namco both wanting to see her be included in Smash Bros. And cameo in Xenoblade 2. Sakurai saw a great deal of potential in her moveset, and it was a perfect storm despite her being a little less popular than several other characters who didn't make the project plan. Geno has been considered often by Sakurai and also performed very well in the ballot. Sakurai made a point to figure out how to satisfy Square Enix, and they were more reasonable than Konami. Shovel Knight was relatively popular for what he is. Initially, Sakurai was leaning against including him, but ultimately decided to talk with Yacht Club Games and came around to the idea. Yacht Club Games reportedly offered to help Nintendo and Sakurai in any way they could with Shovel Knight. Chibi-Robo saw a shocking spike in the final days of the ballot after Nintendo's grim comments about how Ziplash needed to sell well. Sakurai had to twist a few arms at Nintendo, but Chibi-Robo will be in this Smash Bros. At least, and Nintendo are reportedly planning to re-release the original Chibi-Robo digitally next year to gauge the franchise's popularity one last time. The picture of the flaming Chibi-Robo seems to be something Kensuke Tanabe is using to remind his team of the passion the fans have for Chibi-Robo. Bandana Waddle Dee was another surprise for Sakurai. Initially, Sakurai considered dismissing him due to having troubles thinking of a moveset, but spent a couple of days brainstorming with HAL Laboratory. Bandana Waddle Dee's moveset and Star Allies is based on some of these brainstorming sessions. Sakurai was hesitant though, and decided he wouldn't quite fit this time. Paper Mario also did relatively well in the ballot in America, but Sakurai ultimately decided to include the more popular Geno, who would have a more straightforward and unique moveset in his eyes. Sakurai instead planned to bring back the stage and looked into including some Paper Mario assist trophies. Then we have the character Belmont, who is a character including various Belmonts as alternates. They were briefly considered early on, but Bomberman was far more popular and iconic and was chosen instead. Sakurai expected difficulty from Konami and didn't want to negotiate 3 characters. Fiora had a small following, so she was added to Shulk's final smash. Proto Man and Bass also had a small presence, so Sakurai chose to include them in Mega Man's final smash. Paula, Pooh, Kumatora, and Bonnie all had some minor presence in the ballot, so they were included in Ness's and Lucas' final smashes. From what I've heard, Waluigi seems to be Sakurai's favorite Mario character and the one he identifies with most, but he doesn't want to be the one to add him because he is afraid he is too biased. I've heard the recent and hateful Waluigi backlash left him with very mixed emotions. Many Western fans also expressed requests outside of their chosen character. It took a long time, but Sakurai had a team group and lists some of the frequently recurring requests like directional air dodges, stage hazard toggles, a better menu, and a faster game pace. Sakurai isn't sure he wants to have another worldwide ballot, although he values what he has learned about the West's desires. Bayonetta did not actually win the ballot or do particularly well in any region. Nintendo and Platinum Games wanted her to be added and the fan service characters to be saved for the Switch game. So, now that we've gone over the leak in detail, let's discuss it a little bit. First of all, everyone says it at the beginning that they don't care if we believe it or not, and most of the times the leaks turn out to be false, so I'm not sure how I feel about this. However, there is no reason to discredit this. I like that the Smash ballot was used to choose most of the characters who were going to appear in the game, because I feel like that's what we as a community really want, and I feel like Sakurai is listening to us, which is a really good sign in my opinion. First of all, let's talk about Bomberman. I really wish Bomberman was a full-fledged character, and if this is true and he was in development, that's going to make me very sad, because I really wanted to see him in the game. But I guess seeing him in an assist trophy is okay for right now. Hopefully in the next Smash game he'll be able to make it in. Crystal, I'm not a huge fan of the Star Fox series, but I know that she has a lot of backing from a lot of different Star Fox fans, so I wish we could have seen her. I think it would have been really cool. I know she uses a staff in her game, so I think she would have been a really cool and unique character, but I guess we're just not going to get her this time around. The 2 first planned Echo Fighters being Daisy and Shadow, I mean, that's just obvious. We already got Daisy, and Shadow didn't appear as an assist trophy. Everyone and their mother is expecting Shadow to be the newest Echo Fighter, so I think that that's very plausible. Hopefully he does end up being a semi-clone instead of a Echo Fighter, because he is a lot different than Sonic, so that's what I'm really hoping for. We already know about Ridley and Inkling, and then we go to King K Rool. Everyone thinks that King K Rool is going to get in, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does. He had a lot of popularity, so it'll be really surprising if we don't see him in the game. Dixie Kong, a lot of people think that she's going to be an Echo, but I hope she does turn out to be a semi-clone because she has a lot of different, unique stuff from Diddy Kong. Then we have Isaac from Golden Sun. I'm pretty excited to see him in the game because we've had him as an assist trophy for a while, but I think it'll be a lot more fun playing as him as an actual character. Especially because I love his assist trophy when he was launching out the hands. I just thought that was super cool, so I hope he does make it in. Ashley, I didn't even expect Ashley to be in at first, but now I'm really excited. I really want to see another WarioWare representative. And I've played WarioWare Gold, the demo, and I just think Ashley is a super cool character with a really potential for a really unique moveset, and I really would like to see her in the game, so I'm happy about that. I'm not sure who Cosmos is, but I hope that they're a cool character, and I'm looking forward to see what they have to bring to Smash. So then we move on to Geno, and everyone and their dog is expecting Geno to be in the new Smash game. Personally, I really hope he makes it in because I think he'll be a really unique character with a bunch of really unique moves, so we'll see what happens. And then we have Shovel Knight. I'm not too sure about Shovel Knight making it into Smash, just because he isn't as popular as he used to be, at least from what I've seen. I don't really know. Again, I don't play Shovel Knight at all. I have the Shovel Knight amiibo, so that's pretty cool, but I don't know. If we see Shovel Knight, cool. Chibi-Robo, I have no clue if we're actually going to see Chibi-Robo in Smash or not, but I think it would be really cool to see him walking around with his plug and like whipping at people, so I hope, if that's true, that's awesome. Bandana Waddle Dee, I really hope he makes it in. Kirby needs another representative, and you can play with 4 players and Star Allies and Return to Dreamland and all that, and Bandana Waddle Dee is always the 4th, and he's unfortunately the only one who hasn't made it into Smash yet, so bring Bandana Waddle Dee to Smash. Paper Mario, now this is very disappointing because I really wanted Paper Mario to be in the game. We're just going to move on because that already makes me upset. Everyone is expecting Simon Belmont to make it in, but according to this leak, they don't think any of the Belmont characters are going to make it in. I'm not sure. We were originally supposed to get Bomberman according to this leak, but who knows, maybe we'll still get Simon Belmont. Fiora, she's a character from Xenoblade. I don't really have any opinion on her. The Mega Man characters, Proto Man and Base, they would have been cool as like skin swaps or Proto Man as an Echo Fighter from Mega Man, but I guess they're just going to be in this final Smash. Paula, Kumatora, and Bonnie, I don't know who they are because I haven't played any of the Earthbound games, but at least they're in the final Smashes, so we have them in from what we see. Now Waluigi. He's Sakurai's favorite Mario character, and yet Sakurai won't put him into Smash. I have no idea why, but since Sakurai has mixed emotions about it, maybe we'll be seeing him leave the Assist Trophy realm and entering into the DLC realm. Who knows? It's possible. I'm glad Sakurai's listening about what we want in terms of a more competitive game, like the directional air dodges, the stage hazard toggles, and a better menu. I think that's really awesome. I'm very happy about that. The ballot again, I kind of wish that they were doing another ballot, but if they don't, it's okay because they're listening to us now, and that makes me happy. Now, Bayonetta not actually winning the Smash ballot isn't like a surprise to anybody. On every YouTube Smash ballot that you saw, Bayonetta was like not even apparent on it. But, you know, we got Bayonetta in the game, and I'm happy with her. So hopefully this game is going to be focused a lot more on the Smash ballot, and I guess we'll see what happens. So now that we've gone over the leak in full and discussed a little bit about what I think about it, I want to hear what you guys have to think about it. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all of this leak, and let me know if you think it's real or not, and just your general thoughts on it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.